Ladies and gentlemen, soldiers of a vanished planet, pay close attention, since what I am going to say is not for the weak of heart. This is not about comfort. It is about your snug little cocoon in which everything is pleasant and simple. This is about you standing naked before the storm, alone, with just your will and the fierce need to win at whatever means. You against yourself, the only conflict that counts. The one fight that will define you up until the day you die. Ignite everyone else's memories. Forget the throng. Forget the naysayers. Forget the folks who still smile at your setbacks. This falls between you and yourself. Every day and every instant you are your own worst adversary. An opponent is unrelenting. Are you seeking a simple life? You want people to appreciate you, to honor your modest accomplishments, to give you back-off compliments for accomplishing the minimal. Turn away immediately instead. Not for you is this speech. Those who have tasted the bitter ash of failure, those who wake every morning knowing the crushing weight of their own mediocrity, yet nevertheless choose to stand up and fight, this lecture is meant for. This message is for people tired of hiding in the shadow of their own shortcomings and of lying to themselves. Let me clarify one point right now. Nobody is here to save you. Not a hero, not a miracle, not luck or fortune. Just you looking back at the person who has been dragging you down your whole life in the mirror. That someone is you, the individual justifying their behavior. You. The one deciding comfort over difficulty, you personally. The one undermining your possibilities from all directions. You too. Nobody else can be found responsible. Your mistakes are yours, your regrets are yours, your pitiful attempts to rationalize keeping the same, yours. This equation has no one else involved. Simply said, you are against yourself. Let us discuss the darkness you steer clear of. Your pretended fears are absent, until you're alone. In the quiet of the night, the remorse, the shame, the regrets you bury are hardly felt. Then they creep back in, right? They speak in your ear then, reminding you of every lost opportunity, every chance you had to turn into something more, every time you chose less, although you have been avoiding it for far too long. Guess what? That blackness? You have that. Re-embrace it. Share it with yourself. Look at your mistakes, your fears, your shortcomings without feeling ashamed. Since those are the tools, the blades you will sharpen to eliminate the weak side of yourself. Ignorance of it will devour you completely. But if you confront it head-on, if you rip apart every flaw with the merciless power of your will, then that darkness becomes your friend. It starts to run your engine. Those who have conquered their own demons are the most strong fighters. Those who giggle after peering down the depths of their mistakes, because they understand the abyss flinches and looks back. Let us now address comfort, the adversary of all development. The false sense of security, the toxic cocoon you surround yourself with to feel decent about keeping average. The soft cushion of sloth that whispers in your ear. Comfort tells you, it's okay, you don't need to push harder. Let me say, nonetheless, comfort is death. This slow, sneaky death robs your soul, dreams, and possibilities of life. Comfort persuades you to keep working in the job you despise, to preserve relationships that saps you, to lead an empty life. But guess what? Your comfort is not important to the world. The universe honors the strong, the disciplined, the people who drag themselves out of bed at 5 in the morning when they are not in want. The ones who, however exhausted, continue until they are done. You versus you is fighting war on your own comfort, destroying it, stomping on it until it is only a far-off memory. You have to shatter the cozy little existence you have created for yourself if you wish to soar beyond and become something better. You must start to feel awkward every single daily day. The cost of growth is pain. Power is found on the road of pain. These are the shackles you round about oneself. You voluntarily lock yourself in a cage whose bars are these. Every time you say, "I can't because it's not my fault," you are choose to remain weak. To tell you the truth, nobody gives your justifications any thought. Nobody is interested in your sad tale, your bad luck, your challenging upbringing, your mistakes and disappointments. The world owes you no pity. You owe nothing to the world. Every moment you open your mouth to offer an excuse, you are handing power away. You are reinforcing the cage you have constructed around yourself. Give up trying to justify anything. Own every shortcoming, every mistake, every fragment of your damaged life, for you cannot fix it without owning it. If you keep justifying why you are the way you are, you cannot destroy the old self. One uses excuses for the weak, and I have no interest in what you have gone through. Someone else has always gone through worse, accomplished more with less than you have. There are thus no more excuses. You versus you is realizing full accountability for all element of your life. You are interested in knowing the actual difference between the weak and the strong. It is not genius. It is not chance. It is not opportunity. It is discipline. Discipline is doing what you need to do even if you do not feel like it. No matter how weary, how damaged, how hopeless you feel, discipline is waking every morning and fiercely attacking your day. Discipline is labor-intensive when no one is observing. It is rejecting the temptations to which everyone else falls. It keeps your attention on the target even if the road seems to be infinite. And let me say clearly, the road is lengthy. The path is demanding. But discipline is what distinguishes those who march forward and trample their dreams underfoot from those who talk about their dreams. You against you means learning discipline. It means precisely killing your sloth like a surgeon would do. It involves working outside the version of you that only wants to relax and do nothing. It's about not yielding no matter how awful things become. It has to do with endurance. It has to do with rising. Yesterday was the person you were. Ignace them. They passed away. You get up every single day and are rebuilt. You versus you is about burying the lessened version of yourself, not only about battling it. It's about burning that ancient, weary version of yourself to ash and rising from the flames with a fresh sense of power, a new hunger, a new urge to dominate. Every day offers an opportunity to develop something fresh, something better. Still, if you continue to hang to who you were, it is not going to happen. The process of reinventions is terrible. It's gory. It means tearing apart your old behaviors, old thought patterns, old justifications, and replacing with something stronger. And what would you guess? It will hurt. It will cause you to separate. Since the elderly person you know does not want to die, it will stick to life with everything it has, persuading you that you don't have to push far forward and that change is too difficult. Still, you are more robust than that. You had to be. You rather than you imply eliminating the version of you that keeps you from moving every single day. One cannot completely avoid suffering. One should welcome it and look for it. Your power will come from within pain, in difficulty, in the agony of pushing yourself to your breaking point. Comfort erases your strength. Sufferings? It helps you to get sharp. You against rather than though you will be broken and bleeding from your war, you will come out stronger. Every time you decide to bear the suffering, to go beyond the agony, you develop. You become stiffer. You start to evolve something more. And that sums up this as well. Development by adversity. Shortcuts are not possible. There isn't a straight road. Just anguish, just difficulty, just sacrifice. But you will discover yourself at that pain. Your actual self. The version of you able to face anything and declare, I am unbreakable. Because none of those who avoid suffering ever develop strength. The ground of this combat is your thoughts. The war is fought or lost in your ideas, beliefs, doubts. You against you is learning complete mental control. It means muffling the voice urging you to stop, the voice reminding you you are not good enough, the voice whispering every worry, every uncertainty you have ever had. Your head will struggle with you. It will toss all it owns at you to keep you in your place and powerless. You will not let it, though. You will take front stage in it. You will rewire it, transform it, make it a weapon fit for your needs and aspirations. The most important is the mind. If you become master of your thinking, you master of your life. On the other hand, if you permit your mind to rule you, you will always be a slave to your own doubts, worries, and shortcomings, a prisoner in your own body.